Every empire says its money is safe. Every government swears its promises will last forever. But from Rome to France, Florence to Lebanon, history proves otherwise. Collapse isn't rare, it's the rule. The question isn't if financial systems fail, but what survives when they do. We check our bank apps. We trust the digits are real. But money isn't the foundation of stability. Trust is, and trust can disappear overnight. Throughout history, collapses have followed the same script. A trusted system erodes. People ignore the cracks. Then suddenly paper burns, and only real value remains. Rome's silver denarius was once the backbone of a mighty empire until emperors shaved its value to fund endless wars. By the 3rd century, what was silver became mostly tin. Trade collapsed, trust vanished. Centuries later, Byzantium repeated the mistake. The solidus, once the gold standard of the medieval world, was secretly weakened. And like Rome, confidence crumbled. The lesson? No empire resists the temptation to dilute its money. And when they do, wealth flees to what can't be faked: gold, land, and goods. In the 14th century, the Black Death wiped out nearly half of Europe. Tragic? Yes, but also transformative. With labor scarce and land abundant, survivors with skills and savings rose. Serfs became landowners. The old order cracked. Fast forward to 2020, COVID triggered a modern version. Governments printed trillions. The wealthy bought assets. Inequality surged. The same pattern repeated. Crises don't just destroy, they reallocate power. Florence, 1,340 seconds. The Bardi and Peruzzi banks controlled Europe's wealth. They lent to kings until Edward III defaulted. The banks collapsed. Citizens were ruined. Florence learned a lesson modern investors forget. Too big to fail is a myth, as old as banking. From Lehman Brothers to Lebanese lenders, institutions protect themselves, not depositors. During America's Civil War, both sides printed paper to survive. The Confederacy's graybacks collapsed under hyperinflation. In revolutionary France, assignats backed by seized church land once seemed solid, but they printed too many. Prices exploded. Bread riots returned. When faith in paper dies, people turn to food, gold, and fuel. Paper burns, value doesn't. 1997. Thailand collapses. The baht tumbles. Why? They borrowed in US dollars, but earned in local currency. When confidence cracked, foreign debt became unpayable. One country fell, then Indonesia, then Korea. The lesson? If you borrow in a currency you don't control, you're not in charge of your future. It's not the lender who drowns, it's the debtor. 2019. Lebanon. Banks close overnight, deposits freeze, the currency evaporates. The pound loses over 90% of its value. Retirees, engineers, shopkeepers wiped out. The ones who survived, those who held dollars, gold, property, or cash outside the banking system. Everyone else was trapped. So what survives when money fails? Not digital balances. Not government promises, but the timeless trifecta. Real assets, real skills, real networks. In every collapse, the baker, the mechanic, the farmer, the people who produce don't stay poor for long. Collapse is not just a loss, it's a transfer. From the many who trusted to the few who prepared. So prepare, not with fear, but with foresight. From Rome to Lebanon, history tells the same story. Trust breaks, paper burns, but production endures. Wealth isn't just what you own, it's what you can do and who you can rely on. If this changed your perspective, don't just scroll past. Subscribe, because history holds the map and we're here to follow it.